Welcome back to another episode of The Lone Butte. In today's episode, we're going to be, doing more things related to transportation, as I'm sure you were imagining. But I do want to quickly comment on the many tips that I've been getting in the last couple episodes. I'm obviously pretty new to, the Transport Fever sort of franchise, so there's a lot of things that you guys already are super in the know when it comes to shortcuts and things like that, and I must say I've learned quite a bit from your suggestions, so hopefully in the next couple episodes you're gonna see me implement many of those, and I'll do my best to remember many of them. But I think it's just, I'm a fast learner and everything, but it does take a little bit of time to sort of get used to a new way of doing things, especially because I come from many years of just mostly strictly playing City Skylines. In any case, let's just get to building because time is of the essence. So here's what I want to do in this episode. The first thing that I want to do real quick is actually set up a truck line that would move the food that gets delivered to Wichita Falls to the rest of the city. Have a bunch of trucks, maybe one or two, that would improve our demand for food, and I think that's just going to trigger more production from these farms as well. We already have quite a bit of overflow here. Was noticing this station here is overloaded and losing the cargo that's just sitting there. So let's put a few more trucks on that line real quick. We're gonna buy maybe 4 more, and we're gonna assign this to the only truck road that we have so far. Also, I was looking at this curve here. I'm not a huge fan, so let's fix it real quick. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do that if we can. Maybe we can just drag it. It's this narrow angle. One of these will potentially work. Oh yeah, there we go. That's good enough. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of that. Should probably speed this up so that the little truck. These guys are gonna turn around. Sorry, bros. Should have waited a bit more. There we go. So these guys are just gonna loop around in just a second. So yeah, let's set up some trucks in here. First things first. I think I wanna rework this area a little bit because, first of all, I think I'm gonna need to flatten the area by perhaps doing this, so that now the station and everything else around it is sort of flat, because I want everything to sort of look like one consistent, cohesive thing. When I put down the truck stop next to the station, I want everything to sort of be at the same level. Likewise, main connection will be interrupted. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this road for just a second here while we lay things down. So I also want to add a passenger terminal here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reconfigure this by deleting this thing and this thing and this thing. There we go. Also, we're gonna get rid of these platforms for cargo. So the trains are gonna be unloading on this side. I know that I also have canaries here. I think there's a way to upgrade them without demolishing them. But in the meantime, let's put down a passenger platform here, and we're gonna be putting a main passenger building. Ideally a big boy building like this one, so we might have to get rid of this road as well. Classic Strictoster video, demolishing existing things. So passenger buildings, let's put a big boy right there, and while we're at it, let's get another big boy terminal on the other side. Actually, that makes sense. Maybe not. Let's just stick to something a bit more, I guess, traditional. So all of this should be flattened. Let's just make sure that that is still the case, because I don't want the road to sort of curve and just cause more issues. Same thing goes for the smoothing. Let's just smooth this area up just a touch. There we go. All right, so let's go back to here. Wrong starting point. Someone mentioned that there's a way of changing these roads so that they don't curve when you like this when you drag them. But I honestly want something that's a bit less permanent. Like I want a toggle, basically, is what I would love. I think I might be able to pull this off this way though. That way I get a perfect straight line and everyone's happy. Oh, and this option as well, it's great. So hang on, so we have that. If we go, ooh, that's definitely don't want it that. Yeah. Maybe if I just simply bring it close enough to the station. Like I want this to be at the same level as the station. I don't know why it's just not the case. Let's do it the other way around. Let's make sure that this is flat, or at least as flat as we can make it. And then we drag the road. And for whatever reason, it gets super laggy when you drag roads. I think that's just a game bug of some sort. Because then once you create the road, everything is fine. All right, so everything is flat now, perfect. These train tracks are gonna basically continue later on down that way, and we might have to demolish more things, but for the time being, this works. Let's put down the truck stop real quick. So I forgot where I should be looking for these. Yeah, here we go. So let's rotate that, have it align as much as we can. There we go, great. So let's close that up. So now all of this is like one big thing, you know. And last but not least, we need to add a stop of sorts. So I think this should take care of most of these houses that I'm sure are going to be growing as time goes by. So perhaps we'll put the station there, and we're definitely going to need a road depot. So let's just get it on this side. There we go. Fan-frigging-tastic. So now it's time for us to restore this road, because I think otherwise the city sort of complains, and that's just bad business, you know. And I think this was like that. And I think we can now just do something along these lines. Bring this here, connected, and we're good. All right. So let's make sure that these lines are still operational. This is Wichita Foods on platform number, yeah, I think we need to bring this to platform number 1. And the problem with that is that this is, yeah, Wichita Falls number 1. It's not connected. Okay, why is this not connected is what I would like to do. Let's just pause the game real quick. First of all, I think we need to add some track switches in here. So the first thing that I want to do is add a switch right here, the shortest we can make it, and I think we can do that. Yeah, fan-freaking-tastic. Let's put a couple semaphores. Many of you have been commenting on the excessive use of semaphores in this project. I'm planning on adding more trains, and even if that was true, it's probably a bit overkill, I know, but I don't know, it's just like one extra level of detail, you know. Over here, I think I want to have a really wide sort of switch. 120 is probably good, because I don't want trains to slow down at this stage. Let's get a semaphore here, another one there, and just to not add a gazillion, let's just put one here and one there right in the middle of this massive block. All right, this line will be extended effectively to Ann Arbor at the end of this episode. That's sort of my plan. But let's get a quick line that goes from here to here. This is going to be freight, food, Wichita Falls. So this is going to be for trucks You can filter them this way. And let's get some vehicles up on this line. So I think we're gonna go with this one. Is this emission 70, 76? Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's get just 2 for now. It's gonna be a pretty simple operation. And oh, I forgot to change the loading things. So Wichita Falls sidings is gonna be a full load of food, no unload, and it's gonna be a unload of food on the other end. Cool. So let's figure out why this train line is no longer working. I think, oh, it is working now. I mean, did that work itself out? Train 1. So train 1 is you. Cool. So why are you not, actually I could like fix this. Let's let the trains run for a bit and see what happens. 'Cause this should work itself out, right? I guess it didn't. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this signal, and have a compact switch here that has no canaries. Man, I'm gonna keep messing that up constantly. There we go. All right, so that's much better. Let's get a semaphore in here. Great. So why are you not wanting to go where you should go? I mean, the line it's pretty active pretty much throughout. So weird. And this technically has a connection to the road, right? That's how that works. Should I maybe redo this line, perhaps? It's no longer complaining. It's on platform 1, right? Yeah, it's both on platform 1. I don't know, let's just speed things up. Okay, now it cleared. All right, got it. So it switched, perfect. All right, so things are looking good. Fantastic. Oh man, I can't even speak. Okay, so I think the next thing that I want to do is, oh, and these guys are just sitting there waiting for, and I think, yeah, wood. They should be waiting for food. I don't know why. Like, this shouldn't be the default. There shouldn't be a default icon. There should be like a question mark icon or something. And then once there's like whatever you set it to pick up, then it should switch to that. Because then it's confusing. Like, I'm not waiting for logs. I'm waiting for food. Here comes a train. Let's make sure that all of this works. And it didn't. Why did it not do it? Pretty sure this still has nothing. Oh, it's possible that this train was like empty. Pretty sure that was the case. Also, you see like plastics, like this doesn't make any sense. All right, so what I want to do here is extend these tracks just throughout. So we have a couple options. If you want to make it like aesthetically pleasing, I could just do something like this, right? Let's just take a look at this for a second. So we're basically going across like a bunch of different tracks, which is not ideal, but it's also like not the worst. Though I think this will be a better spot for doing that. So you know what? Let's cancel this. Where's the snapping point? All right, so at this point, let's maybe add this. Will that be enough to switch? No. That's enough for a switch. And then at this point, we're curved now because here we're elevated already. So no, it has to all sort of happen right up against this area. Come on, I want the track building. There we go. For some reason it's not snapping. All right, now it is. I think we want to sort of stay parallel to this track, so let's go ahead and do that. We did this before. Let's get a couple of these. And now we delete everything. There we go. So now that we have this chunk of track, I think it's a pretty straight line all the way to Ann Arbor. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be a single track for now. We're now going to add double tracks because I'm only planning on adding one train on this line, at least for now, of course. This road is going to have to go, most likely, but we'll take care of that in just a sec. I'm more concerned about this intersection here. I want to get it, you know, right. I don't want to do crazy things. How does this look? This looks pretty good, actually. It's a nice little stretch of track. So, hang on. What if we just like connect it to that? Is that a thing? So that's like 85. That's not terrible, but I think if we bring it closer and start raising it up too. Maybe a bit more around here. Just have it snap right up against that edge. We kind of lose speed a bit, but it's not awful. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Doesn't have to be 120 kilometers pretty much all the way. We can do other things. So here, we'll continue with 2 lines and then we'll merge. And in this case, yeah, let's go for the full 120 if we can. I wish that it didn't do that. Wait, really? Can't go 120? Only up to here? Okay, fine. Maybe because I'm like racing it up. All right, that's as fast as it gets. That's fine. Let's do some terraforming real quick. So smooth tool. Make sure that this is all looking nice. Some of the tips that I've been getting in the comments from you is on how to like properly build a bridge, which these are great suggestions. So I'm not entirely going to redo this bridge right now because I mean it's still pretty ugly. I think we can do much better than this, but yeah, let's actually get progress done and then we'll do tweaks. I promise you, it's gonna look better eventually, but not right now. So semaphores, we're gonna need a few of those, perhaps one here and another one right before there. That should be enough. And we also need a semaphore entering in this track, which we already have, so that's good. All right, we don't need any additional semaphores. All we need now is a station on this side, a line, and a train. And look at these wonky roads. Should we fix them? Yeah, let's fix them. The way to fix them is to destroy the city, basically. So let's pause the game, because the city basically likes rebuilding things. Let's get rid of this road too. This one is kind of almost like okay, so yeah, not necessarily going to destroy it, but I am going to upgrade it to the full width, which might demolish things, but it's okay. And let's exit this mode. Want to sort of use this line, like basically keep it straight. So you can do that. You basically go beyond the road segment and then it like does what you want most of the time. We also don't want this super mega lane thing in here. Let's transition from that. Well, I guess that's not necessarily what I wanted, but let's get the station first. That might be better. Which is going to be this kind of station. Actually, we need the tracks first. because I would like to avoid having, you know, turns entering Ann Arbor. And we're definitely going to have like some kind of bus shuttle to get people to the downtown area of the station. All right, so I think that's pretty good for now. Let's, oh, I forgot to do the canary thing, of course. I'm going to keep doing this every single time. No canaries, and let's just do like a much larger station for fun. And while we're at the station, why can't I configure it? There we go. Now I can. So perhaps let's get rid of this and do like a much more, you know, bigger terminal. And I kind of want to have it offset so it's not like all perfect and nice, you know, just like a little asymmetric. Definitely going to add some sort of avenue going in here. Also been talking to Cuboid as of, you know, trying to figure out whether or not Move It could be implemented in this game. And apparently that's not going to be a thing. So yeah, that's unfortunate. The way the game is programmed, I guess it doesn't support it. Oh man, I wish that this wasn't this ugly. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right. So all these roads, I think we can simply just downgrade them to whatever this. As long as these ones are, you know, main roads, then we're good. So that's there. This one. This one kind of going diagonally. I think it's okay. Again, I'm not looking for perfect symmetry or anything like that, even though this one is like not exactly right. Oh man. There we go. That's better. That's mostly straight. So we got the station. It's all flat and nice. Great. Let's set up some lines first. So you're going to go from here to there. There we go. Let's make sure that it uses the right platform. So you're on platform 1, which is great. All right, I don't have to do basically anything. Passenger, this goes from Wichita Falls to Ann Arbor. I keep saying harbor. That is Ann Arbor. There we go. Let's hit play here. Obviously this, actually, you know what? Let's hit full speed. I want the city to like develop a little bit, ideally. There we go. We get some roads. Everything is connected, right? Yeah, there's still a road connection, but our train is going to be so much faster that they are not going to want to use that. That's, you know, the goal. Let's run the train real quick. So we're going to go into this depot. We're not going to add another one. And I was looking at, well, let's go for steam. We're using this for cargo, but this one is a little bit faster. So let's go with this one for passengers. And let's get, I don't know, like 3 of these guys. And we're just going to set it on that line and see what happens. Here comes this little train. I can't pass because there's trains in the way. Oh, we have like a signal issue here. Oh, this switch. This is the problem. All right. Let's get... That's why it was complaining about the path, because I switched to the other terminal. That was dumb. Let's go into here. Wichita Food Plant should be on platform 2. Now we're cooking. All right, here comes our passenger train, and this one's going to park over here, and it's all going to be great. You just wait and see. There we go. Cool, cool. This train is going, I guess it's going to Ann Arbor first. Let's take a quick look at this this track here for a second. It's going rather fast. Let's just slow it down a bit. Right now that it's straight, we can go full speed. It's a nice little route that we got going on here. Actually, you know what? Let's just hit normal play. There's already one passenger waiting, so let's get a bus stop system of sorts. And I think I'm not gonna have like a terminal. I'm just gonna have a, you know, like one of these simple bus stops. So let's just put it right in the middle of the train station. I guess off to the side, that way we don't destroy that tree. And you're just gonna go here. And I think that should be it. Just 2 stops. Actually, let's just get rid of this one. Let's put it right in between where all the houses actually are. We're gonna need a depot. Just have it be parallel to our train tracks, so that basically this whole section is gonna be owned by our company. We're gonna need to set up a line. So a new line from here to here. Pretty straightforward. This is gonna be passengers Ann Arbor loop. And we're gonna buy, oh, let's look at some of these buses here. So emission 74, 73, 61. It's mostly the horses emissions. Oh boy. Let's get, I guess let's get this one. 2 buses should be fine for now. Set it on the Ann Arbor loop. Ann Arbor loop. Actually, you know what? We can make this better real quick. Let's add another bus stop in here and here. That way people can actually use this to, you know, go to work. So let's go into the line manager and I guess we're gonna remove 4th Street. We're gonna go to here and then here and then here on the other platform and back to station number 1. That should be okay. And now we can delete this station. There we go. At least people are using the inner buses now. So the train is heading all the way to Wichita Falls. I want to make sure that these trucks are actually picking up food. Yeah, that's correct. There's 2 food waiting. And they are indeed delivering it to the rest of the city. That's good. And I think we're off to a good start for this episode. I think we accomplish not a significant amount, but at least our network is getting big. Now we have passenger services between 2 cities. Here, let's zoom in and let's take a quick look at how this looks. And how many passengers are waiting? Only 4. I wonder if I should have it just sit here and wait for a few more, because the distance is so long that might justify that. So full load any up to 3 minutes, up to 1 minute. Full load any up to 1 minute. That should be fine. So at least it will stay there for 1 minute. We already have a bit of demand in here. Let's take a look. 3 people are coming in. Buses are delivering more people to the station. That's great. This is looking super good. Aside from the fact that in this American theme, we have European houses pretty much all over the place, but don't mind that. In any case, I think I'm gonna wrap this episode here. Hopefully these episodes are gonna be coming out more often, as opposed to like once every week. I don't know, maybe like once every 4 or 5 days, something like that. That's kind of my plan. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel because you've been sort of binge watching this up until this point, this is the right time for you to subscribe. And also I wanna remind you that if you do become a Twitch sub with your Amazon Prime account, or you actually use your credit card, or you become a patron, you will have access to, you have early access to my videos. So usually upload videos like 3, 4, sometimes even a week ahead of time on Patreon and on my Discord server. So if you are a Twitch sub and you have a Discord server, you can link them together and get them that way. And if you want to play with a save game, you can only do that through my Patreon page, just so you know. In any case, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.